Hello and thanks for coming, and welcome to another edition of Arb TV. Today we're in the historic Regency Burlington Arcade. At 198 yards long and nearly as old, having been built in 1819, it is home to some of the world's finest emporia. We'll talk about that in a second, but first let's get a few sound bites about the place from Head Beadle, Mark Lord, most of which, why is he called a beadle?
Beadle is just an old-fashioned word for policeman. People employed beadles before you had any police forces in the country. When the arcade was built by Lord George Cavendish, it was actually a charitable deed as well as an investment, if you like, because a lot of the original shopkeepers were women and they were widows from his regiment. It was very common for commanding officers to look after soldiers, but nobody really looked after the widows.
So how about some of those leading brands I was telling you about, the shops that they've got here? Well, for a start, there's Harry's of London. They make shoes, very good shoes. We've been supporting them for years at the Arbuturian and they still haven't given me a pair of loafers.
40 to 50 years after the arcade opened, the shopkeepers being entrepreneurs, they would rent the rooms out above the units to ladies or gentlemen. You wouldn't go up and present them with some money for their time. You would buy them a gift from the shop and give that to them for their time. The most famous madam in the arcade was Madam Parsons. Well, when Madam Parsons passed away, she was found to have parts of her anatomy that a woman should not have, because she should have been Mr. Parsons, but she'd lived her entire life as Madam Parsons.
There's Hancock's too, illustrious jewellers, makers in fact of the Victoria Cross.
Before I came here, we did have a Mark 10 Jaguar drive in the top of the arcade. Drove in, grabbed as many jewels as they could and reversed back out of the arcade. Everybody associates the Burlington Arcade with Mayfair, with luxury, with quality. But the other thing about the arcade is you see the whole of humanity walk through here. Everybody from every background, every single part of the world. And I actually adore that. That's the bit about the arcade that I love.
Well, there it is. It's another edition of Arb TV. Thanks for coming. Next time I can't guarantee I won't be inebriated, and we'll be somewhere equally as interesting, I'm sure. Hello, madam. Do you come here often?